what happens when we have empowered women, men or theys with emotions. What happens is we know how to pause. And that's because we securely attach to ourself and with others. So secure attachment self and or an earned secure attachment self is a person who has no inner child leading the way. It's an inner child adult. You have an open heart. You love all people and more. You're not still working to say, I want to punch somebody in the face because they looked at me weird. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm in a pissy mood today. Let me go do some inner growth mindset. What do I get to do today? So you're proactive with your thoughts, your emotions, and you have your resourcing. You know how to soothe the nervous system, go for a walk, enjoy chit chat. These are all aspects that are healthy physically for you. Okay, so you also know how to engage in relationships that are meaningful, not the facades. So healthy self-worth people. And so anytime anybody's going to say something to you about your attitude in a way that is not direct and wanting communication, you're going to know, okay, I got a Cusco in town. How do I want to handle it? Okay, so empowered women, men, and days. We know how to pause. We do personal development and we do self-help here. Okay, I'm a 5D mystic in the enlightenment soul age group. I'm an expert on being myself, a whole 3-year-old. No breaking away from my restorative embodiment. You can be here too, enlightenment the human way. And we have an episode coming out about how people can help people with secure attachment, functional adult talks. So, you know, when things get tough, we are here. I'll be there for you. Not that one. There's another one, the one with friends, right? Where we lean on me when you lean on me. So friends are there to support each other. And lovers too, but here's where for my solo poly secure group, come on over. We know all about no hierarchy in our relationships and no labels. Relationship anarchy is our favorite because you're all meaningful. Do we have favorites is something I got asked. No, even though yes and no, meaning we love all equally. But if you ask me, who do you want to laugh with? I'm going to laugh with the ones who let me laugh like Maria. So I'm going to be with the ones who let me be my 5D mystic and not in a way of teasing. They know how to basically almost not read my thought mind, no, read my inner child mind. So they notice how discord, ding, okay, so emotions are what are important in relationships. That's how we build relationships. Because if you're not growing heart to heart with me, we're not building anything, are we? Safe haven, secure base. So it's also important, again, to notice and know how to pause. How do I pause myself? How do I engage with communication? How do I work through fear? And you will consistently test out the waters with you and others when you're in meaningful relationships, whether they're secure connections or attachment relationships. They're going to be equally in-depth valuable. Now, here's where soulmates, twin flames, no saga, but you do notice there are differences of what you can bring to each other. And they're not needing to involve your mission in any way, shape, or form. Your mission is be unconditionally loving with flaws, imperfections, with you and others. Get secure attached. Get your 1-year-old. Live attachment in a secure way so that you can independently say, wow, today was a beautiful, interesting day, and my nervous system and brain got to engage with the unhealthy self-worth people, the human suffering love narrative. I got to learn how to differentiate some more today. That's what we get to do over here. And then we get to do that with all of those who are healing. So anybody who has personality disorders or childhood trauma, they're healing. Yeah, you know what? I had to deal with them too. I'm so happy we have each other because they don't have room. They really don't want to be around us. And we get it, but we don't want to be around them. And let's go and vibe a song that is a tribe of rainbow because human love is here. Working with yourself is the first step, obviously, because when we have emotions and thoughts, pausing, again, is easy for some of us. Others, it's not. As they learn how to pause, that's where we are going to be helpful to each other. So for me, pausing is easy. So is noticing that if I am doing something and contemplating anything that's important, I'm going to be considering it a lot. Okay, and I don't crap on myself about it or feel as if it's hard or easy. It's none of that. It's meaningful life experiences, relationships. So I want to feel certain about it. And that's where only you can feel certain in the uncertainty, inner growth mindset. So dealing with that and then noticing, okay, you know what, it's probably a good idea if I leave it alone and deal with the emotional stuff within me first and whatever's coming up. Also, we know our past, right? So here's why an empowered woman will always know my past comes with me. So if I have experiences where I've been interacting with specific types of energy and emotional response, I'm going to have that present, right? The past comes with you. So your awareness of self is number one, with emotions and thoughts, not as truths, but as my sensations, my thoughts. What's coming up is from things that have taken place in the past. So I can process it, I witness it, I make sense of it. This is called integrating the story narrative. So integration, Daniel Siegel, I learned from him about interpersonal neurobiology, and you move from a secure attachment to more secure attachment. For me, for those who have not had secure attachment their first year of life, they move to an earned secure attachment spot. But in either cases, the person can tell their story. So I know I'm a secure attachment 0-1-year-old, and so for me it's not earned. A person who has avoidant, ambivalent, or disorganized can tell us once they get the earned secure attachment how that feels in their body. My body just knows Maria's safe. Maria's safe. I'm safe. You don't have a weapon. This is a whole self. I'm not hating you. I'm not disliking you. I'm not mistrusting you like a teenager. And I'm not mistrusting anyone in general, because it sounds like the movies whenever people come up with these stories about, oh, but the in and out behavior, they lied, they betrayed. One, polyamory is an option for anyone, for real. I mean, this lying thing, really, it gets old at a certain point. I mean, some, I know they live the scarlet letter times, but for a person like myself, as a teenager, I got lied to by a bunch of people. I tell the story, people crap on them. There's nothing to crap on. I love all those people the same. Does that mean that they're trustworthy? Why? Trustworthy what? I know who they are now. I know how they handle when they get emotional. They don't know how to talk. Does anybody not know their 3-year-old comes with them? So as long as you choose to not talk when you're afraid, well, there you go. You chose. So for some, it's easier. For some, it's harder. Again, for me, it's not hard to say how I'm feeling, but I also notice that people don't have space. As teenagers would complain, we talk about, and I'm like, wow, they're complaining about us talking to each other about stuff. I wonder if they do that when I talk. They're whining to me. I don't want to hear them. I don't want to hear them. That's what friends are for. Aren't we here to support each other? Okay, so that we all get busy, yes. But that we actually have people who complain about people talking to them about their life, that's called you have low tolerance for another person's emotional spectrum, which means you are not securely attached in a way of being able to offer your heart. So you are impacted in what probably you're not differentiating. You're in your, the mirror neurons, which some of the sciences people don't believe in, but basically you're in empathy, which is going to bring burnout. You get to compassion, you're not going to be in burnout mode. You're going to be like, wait, I differentiate. I'm Maria. I don't have to calibrate to my friend's nervous system. I don't need to have an opinion about it. I don't need to have anything. They're telling me something. When you learn how to do that again and again and again, even with people who have not secure attachment in their body, because I have plenty of different types of people, you'll notice, so like when I'm with there's avoidant, there's ambivalent, I'm pretty sure there's disorganized and other stuff. So I notice that when I'm interacting, there are specific emotions and specific things that come up. As long as you're not tending to your inner child, that child is going to stay vibing the way it vibes, because that's your embodied brain. So at the end of the day, we do personal development, self-help, 5D relationships. So we grow to become securely attached if we don't have it. We grow to become our authentic selves. It's a restorative embodiment. It's called integration of the brain. We grow to support each other and the people who need those who have space right here. Because you can really, I had a person yelling in my face. I don't have anything against the person. In fact, we grew a beautiful relationship. It was a great opportunity because I was like, wow, all this stuff came up. I was able to contain it, continue chit-chatting, but then again, we can thank my panic attacks for that one. So, you know how to regulate your emotional, mental plane without being like, give me a golden star, please, because I have secure attachment. My 0-1-year-old is whole. My 3-year-old is whole. I have no issue with my embodied brain. Maria's nervous system, bringing the inner child adult, what we get to do, it's being your true authentic self, and it's your mammalian heritage. Every one of us can return to that restorative embodiment. Some of us never leave. Thank you. Unconditional love, pure consciousness, Purusha, pure energy, Prakriti. It's your whole 3-year-old heart. So getting to that first 3 years, well, it's a big deal. Let's be open-hearted, kind, and compassionate. Remember, we don't know everybody at all. So let's build relationships that are human-based. Come on over and tune in for more.